On the face of it, living in a place where everything you might need is only a 15-minute walk or cycle away sounds quite pleasant. The idea of 15-minute cities, as they're called, is being pushed by urban planners, academics. Even the mayor of Paris has said she'd implement the idea, the thinking being it causes less pollution. But there is controversy. Controversy and, as the BBC's Anna Holligan reports, conspiracy.
The 15-minute city. For years, it's been a buzzword in urban planning, but now the concept has gone mainstream and become a magnet for protests around the world, from Canada to the UK, with conspiracy groups claiming they're designed to imprison us in our neighbourhoods. A Conservative MP recently raised his concerns in the House of Commons. Nick Fletcher.
Madam Deputy Speaker, will the leader please set aside some time in this House for a debate on the international socialist concepts of so-called 15-minute cities and 20-minute neighbourhoods?
For advocates, the idea sounds pretty pragmatic. Put everything we need, from doctors and supermarkets to jobs and schools, within easy reach by foot or bicycle. But type the term 15-minute city into TikTok and it generates hundreds of videos using familiar hashtags: Agenda 2030, World Economic Forum, to suggest the 50-minute goal is part of a sinister global plot to limit our freedoms by enforcing climate lockdowns.
This one is full-on conspiracy.
What do they say?
The power has always been with us. We just have to find our voice. Say no to 15-minute cities.
Maaike Kuipers, a Dutch disinformation reporter, has been tracking the spread and evolution of this conspiracy.
The 2030 conspiracy theory is about this global agenda where world leaders met up and are supposed to have discussed how to use these environmental concerns to impose almost authoritarian restrictions on the people.
And a 50-minute city is evidence of that plan being put into action.
Yeah, and it's a form of confirmation bias as well, 50-minute city prisons.
That's what they're calling them, 50-minute city prisons.
Yeah.
This misinterpretation has roots in the UK, where two separate proposals in Oxford, one for low-traffic neighbourhoods and another to create 15-minute cities, both partly designed to cut carbon emissions, were blended and drizzled with disinformation.
You in your area will only be allowed within that 15-minute zone that you've...
Videos like this one have been getting hundreds of thousands of views, but the content doesn't always tally with reality. And there's evidence here in the Netherlands where pretty much the entire country is already made up of 15-minute cities. So I thought it might just be worth taking you for a spin on my bicycle to hear for yourself what it's like to live and work in one. Here we go. So within 15 minutes, 4 or 5 kilometres, I can reach my daughter's primary school, lots of supermarkets, the doctors, pharmacies, all the other everyday essentials. And despite the people objecting to the 15-minute idea, saying in order to get this, we'll be forced to sacrifice our freedom of movement, there's no sign of any boundaries or restrictions here. And it's not the intention either. According to Professor Carlos Moreno, a city planner credited with creating the 15-minute concept. I caught up with him while he was in Asia, advising cities how to adopt the 15-minute principles.
This is just a concept for improving the quality of life. We need to change our urban lifestyle. It's not a traffic plan.
Just need to interrogate this a bit, because there are some concerns about social segregation.
We propose to mix people, the high revenue with the low revenue, with the middle revenue.
There will be people listening to you thinking that this sounds like social engineering.
No, this is not a question of social engineering. This is a question of fight against climate change, for having a less energy dependency.
Public polarisation over the 15-minute city has highlighted climate disinformation as a new front line for cities seeking innovative solutions to pressing environmental challenges that won't disappear.
Anna Holligan reporting. Almost